Hey yo, guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here, and I know that, let's see. Okay, so yeah, I know that I said this stream was gonna start at my 1 o'clock, but and then when I woke up today, I'm like, oh shoot, it's daylight savings time. I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt myself here and say that today is going to be a random work stream, so there's not going to be much of nothing going to be like too heavy today. Hey, Mr. Waffles. Um, but yeah, I got to get some things done, and there's some things that I can do on air, so might as well have them be on air. Also, one major announcement is I'm not going to have a regular show this like one of my hold on. I'm not going to have one of my like regular audio games or hobby interview show this week because on Tuesday I'm going to be getting my wisdom teeth removed. So I feel like if I were to have if I were to go ahead and have like if I were to have like my mouth hurting and whatnot. Um, sorry, sorry, I scared you. DCYT. Sorry, I scared you. Oh man, but I don't think anyone would want me on air. After I get my wisdom teeth. Um, like with me like not acting quite right due to the fact that I literally just got things removed out of my mouth. So I decided to not do a show this week. So this thingy is going to replace the show this week. Don't worry, guys. I already like scheduled the slots so that I didn't have to go ahead and be like, "Hey, I'm going to have to rebook a slot." But yeah. I already planned for this, so no need to worry about me missing somebody's slot. But yeah. Um but yeah, let's see here. What do I still have to do for the emotes? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this one first. But yeah. Um Just so you guys know, hello. I'm working animating from on any form of transportation is awfully hard. Yeah. Most Here's the thing. I never go ahead and animate while I'm like on any like automobiles or whatnot because my laptop is too bulky to really carry many places. So yeah. Most generally, I am in either. Whenever I do, I'm gonna open up another emote so that I know kind of what I'm doing. Even though I literally. Let's see here. But yeah, no need to go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. But yeah, I personally don't work on any form of transportation when it comes to like content and whatnot because like my computer is too bulky. I literally have a really huge like ThinkPad, which works really well for animation, but not so well to carry around because it's like, hold on, but yeah. Oh, now I remember what. All right, yeah. The thing is with like the emotes is I don't have like a specific one that I'm currently like thinking about doing first. So it's kind of like, yeah. So, I feel like no one would want me on a stream like after like a day after I got my wisdom teeth removed. I feel like that would just be a horrible idea. Like I'd be like I'd go ahead and just be loopy as crap. Like very loopy, like because I'd be on meds and it wouldn't be good for stream if I'm like looping out. So yeah, that's why we're not having a show this week. Or this is technically the show this week, but yeah, I'm so like as far as like my wisdom teeth removal goes, I'm hoping I can go ahead and work on videos after like not right after I'm done, but like the days after I like I'm gonna get my wisdom teeth removed on a Tuesday, so hopefully by the Wednesday or the Thursday I'll be able to at least do somewhat of things for the channel. Just so you guys know, I did my one voice recording ahead of time just because like I don't think the audio is gonna turn out very well if my mouth is hurting every time I speak. So yeah. But if you were expecting me not to do YouTube at all, you'd probably be expecting you would have to at least have somebody die before. No, you would think I'm kidding, but I'm actually not. You'd have to have somebody die before I take YouTube off for a week, unless I feel like really burned out. So yeah. Why does this one number look different? I don't even know. But yeah, that's gonna be what's up. I'm gonna move that up there again. I'm gonna go ahead and but yeah, we're currently up to 621 subscribers, so that's good. Since there's not anyone on here, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share the stream link out, or like the stream to go ahead and watch this, so I can go ahead and hopefully get more people in the chat. But yeah. Hold on. Here we go. Do. Hold on. Yeah. Wow. Alright, so I accidentally took an E out of, something. But yeah. So. Just trying to go ahead and spread the word out to the stream and whatnot. But yeah. Hello, Wonders. I was just kind of like spitting the link out so that everyone can go ahead and know what's up. But yeah. Beep. But yeah, so currently working on an emote set, which like the general emote set is gonna go ahead and launch launch, I think, this weekend if everything goes according to plan. Pretty much the only thing that would be like if I don't get the emotes done in time, which is if I go ahead and get too preoccupied with the chat, but I wouldn't make the chat suffer due to it. So but yeah, currently making an emote set. There's one of them for you, but yeah, if anyone who has a server wants any of these, please let me know. But I would go ahead and please let me know if anyone who has a server wants any of these emotes. They're not gonna go ahead and be used on my server until I hit 1K, so yeah. Reason why I'm waiting for 1K is one, I want to make sure all my mods know what they're doing, and two, so that I'm gonna go ahead and redraw the body. I just made it off kilter, but yeah. My stabilizer is at 29, and my thickness, my pen thickness is at 15. But yeah. Of course, I'm probably gonna go ahead and like choke, not literally like choke, but like mess up. Sometimes I accidentally mess up on stream because it's like, I'm on air. But yeah, other announcements are Pastry's Pride map. But yeah, my mind's gonna just forever be curious, like, what would happen if I were to go ahead and do a stream episode literally like the day after I got my wisdom teeth removed, but that would not be a smart decision for anybody. I think even the base would be like, Pastry? Maybe you shouldn't have scheduled a show for today. But yeah. But talking about next Wednesday. Hopefully I'm not a complete lump of potatoes, or I think a bag of grain would make more sense because I'm a pastry. But yeah. Check the chat. Hello, BK Dan. Looks like we got some guys, girls, and in-betweeners in the chat today. Or, I'm in the chat, so I'm definitely an in-betweener in my own chat. Or technically I don't have a gender at all, but it's easier to say guys, girls, and in-betweeners, so I just go ahead and say guys, girls, and in-betweeners. But yeah. Whenever I like try to draw Pastry neutrally, they tend to look kind of concerned. Just like the character kind of looks concerned if I go ahead and draw them in a more neutral state. So this is going to be like the concerned emote. But yeah. I feel like Pastry's one of those characters that it's like, and I'm also one of those people where it's like it's almost impossible for me to just like be like neutral about anything. It's either like really like but yeah. Pastry is definitely one of those characters that it's kind of hard not to go ahead and draw some sort of emotion on. But yeah. We know this isn't annoyed, because if this was the annoyed emote, then it would have more of like a... If it was annoyed, then it would have one of these on there. But yeah. Yeah, I am sharing my screen. Hello, hello, GMD. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, when Mama Pastry almost burned the house down. Yeah. That was definitely an adventure. I definitely, like, for whatever reason, like, I felt too lazy to go back in. So, but thank goodness I didn't go back in quite right away, because it was like, oh, the fire alarm's going off again. So yeah. Luckily, okay, I have another story, idea that, has to do with a fire alarm, but I'll go ahead and wait till later to tell that one. Hopefully no more stories about fire alarms, though. Because I get that fire alarms are for safety reasons, but man, are they annoying. I could also do a story about fire drills, too. If, that's something. Like, that'd probably be in the school category as far as, like, videos go. Imagine if I just made a whole storytime animation about fire alarms. Maybe I should. But yeah, and I can't believe I almost I forgot to close the survey for, I also know, okay, yeah. You also know me from Baller. Yeah. A lot of people know me from Hexy or Baller. But yeah. They're good people. Jeez. But yeah, I know a lot of people from Hexy and Baller. I would have to literally check my DMs to think of how many people do I know from Hexy and Baller. But yeah. I did do a stream with Baller, or like a show slot with Baller. That ended up going pretty well. But yeah. Yeah, it was interesting how many times he won, because like I literally have done a lot. And to be fair, I am a Storytime animator and he isn't. So like if I had a completely boring life, then why would I become a Storytime animator? So yeah. But yeah, wait. There we go. Do Pastry does look awfully concerned in this drawing, not gonna lie. But that's what they're supposed to do, so mission accomplished, I guess. And if I happen to get done with my emote set today, then I'll go ahead and go with doing things for another drawing video. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do a third round of pastry memes. I'm not quite sure though yet, so don't quote me on another pastry memes video quite yet. April Fool's Day, on the other hand, you can definitely quote me on that because it's almost done, even though like April Fool's is in April. But after that, it's up to the script bank. I don't know where I found your content, but tell you like it is. Even when drawn without emotion, pastry managed to defy it and look concerned. Yeah. But yeah. Let's see. I have, okay. Yeah. The thing is that, like, with these emotes, I have, like, a list of, like, things I need to get done. Or the list of emotes I need to get done. So, yeah. There we go. Alright. But yeah. I'm gonna redo the back hair on this one. For those of you who've drawn on air, do you tend to feel more like I guess, like, do you tend to get stream nerves when it comes to like drawing things on air? Or are you just like, the batch is gonna put up with whatever I do? Or the base. Because I don't think anyone else calls their fan base a batch, so I doubt it. I honestly don't think anyone else would call their fans the donut batch because y'all are the donut batch. But definitely, like, what's it called, a base is definitely kind of a big question that a lot of content creators, no matter what genre you do, you tend to go ahead and, but yeah. Where you find me don't really, matter, but if you stick with me, tends to matter a little bit more. Whoa. Alright. But yeah. There we go. I do sometimes tend to get sidetracked a lot, so yeah. I tend to get nervous whenever people watch me draw. Yeah, that's definitely so true. But with, like, if you have, like, the batch, then, but yeah. But yeah. That was the wrong color. People would be like, Pastry, why are you doing hair color for the face? For the outlines. Because, forgot to switch. Which I could easily just do, like, the bucket tool, so, I mean, Um, shoulders. Um, so yeah, definitely, like, I feel like what each creator does on air depends on, like, the person. But yeah, I'm just gonna draw the face detailing on this first before I figure out the pose. Sometimes the pose helps me with the face, and sometimes the face helps me with the pose. How did I draw this last time? I'm gonna go ahead and look up a reference. But yeah. I have to go ahead and look at my original emote set. But yeah. Um, luckily I have them all in an album. How did I draw this last time? Okay. So, kind of like this. Did I draw the tongue in it last time? Yes, I did. But yeah. And then I'm gonna make another layer for the breath, since it's gonna be like kind of overlaying a little bit. Make this a little bit like, hold on. I'm gonna see how this looks before I commit to anything. No, it's too long. It's too long. But yeah. But yeah. So it is daylight saving daylight savings time. In here in Colorado currently. We just shifted our time clocks like last night, so I feel like everyone who is not in Arizona is currently tired. But what is a little tiredness gonna do? Nothing. And I didn't have any physical clocks that I had to go ahead and reset, so that's helpful. I pretty much just have my phone, which it resets itself, my tablet, which resets itself, and this thing, which is called a computer, that resets itself. So I don't have to be like chasing things around my house to make sure they're reset. So that's good. But yeah. So, if you have to go ahead and go chase clocks around the house, that's up to you. But all of mine digitally set, so yeah. I'm just imagining like someone frantically chasing clocks around the house. That's just how my mind thinks. Also, if anyone has any like conversation ideas, please let me know. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and post the link for the pastries pride map again. So, and I gotta update it because someone grabbed a part and I forgot to log it in. But, and it's so like the part that got grabbed is the animation station grabbed part. The comments are different. 8. Part 8 goes to Tess. But I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste. Please make sure to go ahead and pay attention to who has what parts, so I don't have to be like, sorry, you can't have that part because, someone already grabbed it. I'm gonna go ahead and since my, screen only shares, like, my Fire Alpaca, I'm just gonna plug, the animation station in, as part 8 for that. And the animation station. There we go. So that no one's trying to grab his part. Conversation idea. What? Alright, so, just so you guys know, guys, girls, and in-betweeners know, I am pretty, like, other than what I do on here, I'm pretty, like, not culturally dense, but, like, pretty dense when it comes to, like, things that are, like, TV shows or whatnot, because I honestly don't have the attention span to go ahead and just sit there and watch TV. Like, I literally feel like, whenever I, like, go ahead and, like, sit and watch something, my mind's always like, okay, when is this thing gonna be a quarter over? When is this thing gonna be half over? When is this thing gonna be 3/4 over? When is this thing gonna be completely over? So, like, my mind, like, my body tends to have this, like, reaction of, like, it needing to move and whatnot. Like, I just, like, it's just how I am. I have a hard time watching TV. So, what better way to fix that problem than to make TV instead? But yeah. So, I don't any. Oh, it's from a okay. Pretty. It says Pretty Patty, not Krabby Patty. Jeez. Oh man. Gotta love spell check. Even though I'm literally one of the reasons of why. I'm not like one of the reasons, but people like me are one of the reasons of why people do need that spell check. But we've definitely had some pretty funny, not channel appropriate instances of I've had some pretty funny, not channel appropriate instances of spell correct saying the wrong stuff. But one thing that is definitely funny is all the times that autocorrect corrects fuck into duck. Like, oh man. Like, imagine if someone's just texting you and being like, you can't ducking do anything right. At that point, I'm like, if I got that text, I'd be like, duck? I don't duckingly do anything right. I'd be like, well, that's because I'm not a duck. And then the person who sent me that would just be like, oh, crap. But, yeah. But yeah, Krabby Patty. Some people say that SpongeBob is ace. And others say SpongeBob is bi or gay. I think the original creator meant for SpongeBob to be an ace. But with like a different romantic orientation. But I'm not in charge of SpongeBob. I'm just in charge of this little bread roll that I'm currently drawing. But yeah, I'm gonna redraw those eyes. There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna redraw dry. What is this? Okay, I am not a painter, so I'm not gonna need to dry anything. I'd be very concerned if I had to dry something on this channel. But not if I go ahead and do like a kind of go off of what I normally do and do painting temporarily, which I feel like if I were to go off and do painting, people would be like, "Pastry, what the hell are you doing?" I feel like as for me, I feel like if we were to do like a painting segment, I'd name it Pastry Spills Paint. Because and it would have to be if after I decide if I'm gonna show my face or not, because I feel like I would spill more paint on myself than I'd go ahead and be productive. So, or with paint, I've painted before and I'll paint again, but I'm definitely too clumsy to have paint be my main hobby. Most definitely. Sometimes when I switch from like something else to digital, it's like, oh my goodness, I kind of forgot how clumsy I am as far as like mediums go. Like I was just meant to go ahead and do digital, to be brutally honest. I was just meant to go ahead and do paint. But yeah. Not paint. I was totally meant to do animation. Contrary to like that one when I sucked at animation video. But to be fair, it was at a middle school on a old computer and probably even older software, which if you guys have only been subscribed for a little bit, I would say I definitely don't use Adobe. Like, yeah, Adobe's just so overpriced for like what it is, and the fact that it crashes so many times, it's like, oh my goodness, why can't you ever work correctly, Adobe? But one time there's only been one time I've crashed Moho, which the only time I crashed Moho, I really did deserve it, because I decided it'd be a good idea to put a ton of tabs in that I didn't need at all. Have you ever tried to use a Kitra? I might try later on. It's just like I personally have, so ever since like the channel started, I've been using Fire Alpaca, so I would have to go ahead and sacrifice like a video's worth of time at least to go ahead and get adjusted to a new software. Even when, okay, it took me like 3 videos worth of time to figure out the pro version of Moho, so And I literally did videos on it, so like progress videos on it. So yeah. I, it's not my favorite thing to do to learn a new software, but I honestly feel like the day that I switch off of Fire Alpaca would also be the day that I decided to go ahead and do things on software I pay for. So yeah. Um but yeah, I definitely am open to the fact that there's other things out there than Fire Alpaca, but um hello Galactic Pants. Um it's usually very difficult, really difficult to go from one software to another. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. DCYT. Um but yeah, just so you guys know, out of all animation softwares, Moho is one of the most straightforward, so that's why I tend to like Moho. And when I did my to-do list, I accidentally wrote surprised twice. So whoops. But yeah. If you guys have any emote ideas, please let me know. I might do some rainbow stuff after I'm done with like what I am currently doing. So, the reason for these emotes is I'm going to be doing but yeah. I'm going to be doing Oh yeah, the Discord server. Once I hit 1K, I'm going to go ahead and officially launch like the Donut Batch Discord server. So, currently I am soft running it with all of my mods to be. So, yeah, and just testing it with on and off the channel friends. So yeah, just wanting to make sure everything works smoothly for works smoothly for the batch, you know. But yeah, I've definitely seen some crappily ran Discord servers, and I don't want mine to be one of those. So, yeah, I've just been kind of doing that on the side, just to give myself like little different things to work on, so that I'm not all of the time working on animations, because if I work on animations all the time, then there's burnout, which I've definitely had a good chunk of times that luckily Backlog was able to cover, but there's also been a few times where Backlog wasn't able to cover it. I'm like, all right, I need a break real quick. But yeah. So I'm just trying to do a little bit more like different things so that I'm not like stuck in a rut. But yeah, I did like another emote set in like 20. I forgot which 20 it was, but I think it was, hold on, was it summer of 20 or summer of 2021? Or not summer, December. I did an emote set, but I didn't do the body or poses. I only did like the head. And then I'm like, oh, I honestly really want to do another emote set right now. So I'm doing another emote set right now. Since I want, for algorithm's sake, I do have another YouTube channel Um, but yeah, I've definitely pitched. I personally have pitched an idea to go ahead and do like a web comic in the future, but I'm not gonna emphasize on that too much because this channel is my main focus. So like the web, I have like some soft web comic ideas, which sometimes my guests tend to leak when I'm like, hey, cut it out. But yeah, but yeah. I'm thinking about, so like in the future of audio games, I'm gonna probably do another pastry Q&A, ask me almost anything, which I haven't done a Q&A since I hit 500, and now I'm currently at a little over 600. So in general, when it comes to Q&As, I like to, like, I don't want to do too many of them, but I don't want to do not enough either. So when I look at like my channel goals, like one of the goals I tend to have as far as like what I do for audio games and whatnot, as far as like my goals for what to do for audio games, I always tend to be like, okay, I'm gonna do 3 to 4 Q&As a year, so that it can go ahead and like give some time for like new batch members to show up, so that like I don't have the same like 15 people asking the same 30 questions, because that wouldn't be fun for me. I don't want just having the same people asking me questions all the time. It wouldn't be fun. And yeah, and as I spread out the Q&As more out, I feel like I tend to get different people asking like different questions. Sometimes I get the same question twice, but I tend to answer it both times because it's not the same person twice. Now, if I had the same person asking me the same question twice, unless it's like about progress or something, I'd be like, are you okay? Did you forget? Did you forget when I answered the first time? But like if someone asked like a progress type question twice, I'd be like, all right, here's how the answer to that question changed since the last time you asked. But yeah, why do I have a random timer set for nothing? What animes do I watch? Alright, yeah. It seems like we're getting more batch members, so that's good. I've been watching my number slowly growing. But yeah, just trying to figure out what I want to do for the channel in the next few months, you know? Can't be doing the same shit all the time. But yeah. Just working on different things and whatnot. Like scripts. So like my personal problem with scripting sometimes is like, for whatever reason, like my mind does not want to do like one script in full. Instead, it's like, hey pastry, do you remember this and this and this and this and this? And if I were to let my brain just continue doing that, then I'd have like 10 scripts of only one sentence done. So like I'd have like 10 like partial scripts and rather than one complete one. So I tend to need to go ahead and narrow in on what I'm doing when I'm doing scripts. But yeah, as far as the preparing survey went, definitely one thing that I'm gonna try to get done by the end of the year is I'm gonna try and figure out how I can go ahead and like read scripts more as a conversation than a like a it grading out, because I'm just like yeah. But yeah. Welcome Lumine to the channel. Hello, I almost called you the animation station. Tat. Ah! Brandimator. Jeez. Why did I almost call you the animation station? Probably because, I, and the animation station are, like, in the same group that I created, but that's beside the point. There's a little surprised pastry. But yeah, do you ever consider doing different kinds of I personally like, so I personally just would find it very difficult. So like, I've done like many projects with others on their channels with other things, but I personally feel like I'd have a hard time staying focused on what I want to do if if I were to do animation that isn't story time. I feel like I would lose focus and motivation if I tried to do any other animation. But as far as art goes, like, since animation takes forever and a half, I like to do like little art videos as well. So if you have an idea for an art video, I'd be up for it. But as far as animations go, I personally want to stick in like the storytime realm, and also like, yeah, I feel like if you try to do something that's too different than what you originally did, it can go ahead and upset fans. Here's a good example. Like, The Odd Ones Out and Jaden literally switched their genre from storytime to something else, and I'm still not the happiest about it. But yeah, I personally like to stick to what I started with, just because like I just don't like I just like when it comes to like other YouTubers, it's like when they switch to something I don't really enjoy, it's like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna unsub to you. Sometimes there's been some times where I've debated unsubscribing to my on the channel friends because they did something completely different. But if I ever unsub to an on the channel friend, please go ahead and know that I'm still going to be friends with you, even though you aren't making things I necessarily like to watch. But yeah. Well, I forgot to switch layers. Whoops. But yeah, on the channel and off the channel friends are definitely good to have. Because with on the channel friends, they're kind of like alliance. They're kind of like you and them kind of have an alliance, especially in animation. In animation, I feel like alliances are important to have because like animation takes forever and a half, and you kind of need someone else to help you keep your base entertained while you're still making something. So yeah. Definitely, if you're an animation channel, don't be the only animation channel that you associate with, because if you have other animation channels that you associate with, then it'd be easier to go ahead and have like everyone succeed rather than having everyone fail. like normally with YouTube, it's like, oh, I gotta compete the living crap out of everyone that does the same thing as me. But with animation, and it's like, oh shoot, I need people that does the same thing as I do, so I can go ahead and actually survive in the YouTube universe. So yeah, I feel like that's why animators tend to be nice to other animators, because it's like, hard to do animation. But yeah, so yeah, definitely if you're planning on to start a Storytime animation channel, I would recommend strongly that you have like a few other Storytime animation channels you're friends with. It doesn't matter if you met them due to IRL obligation or if you met them due to the YouTube, but it's definitely important to have channels you're friends with. Be careful not to make enemies with any channels though, because it's like not good. It's not good to have any channel enemies. If I ever have any channel enemies, I don't tend to say who's my channel enemy, just because I don't want the entire batch to go ahead and like pummel them in like hate comments or whatnot. Whoa. Whoops. Alright. And that's what the back button is for. But yeah, I'm gonna draw one of these too. For this one. But yeah. There we go. There's my surprised. Hey, Rain Kid. But yeah, I feel like if you try to veer off too much into a different genre, you might end up having some fans drop you because you're not doing what you originally you were originally subbed to them for. But yeah, one could argue that true fans would never unsub to you, but then again, like, to be fair, you literally dropped what they originally subscribed to you for, so I wouldn't blame them if they wanted to unsub to you because of the fact that you're doing something else. But yeah, there's my surprise emote. I need to hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and look up my emotes that I've already done and see if I already did sleeping. No, I did not. I thought I did, but apparently not. I accidentally wrote surprised twice. I'm gonna do cold because I'm gonna add cold onto my emote list because cold and hot, because I didn't have those in my set. Just so you guys know, Discord will only let me do up to 50, so if I end up doing more than 50, then I'll just have to choose my 50 best. It depends on if they're so okay, that is so DCYT. That is a very good point. It depends on if people are subscribed for you or if they're subscribed to what you make. So for me, I tend to go ahead and like I tend to have a pretty bad attention span for things that aren't like storytime animations, just because it's like because like storytime animation is what keeps, or like any short animation channels tend to tend to hold my attention longer than anything else. And also with how long animation takes, it's most generally most animation channels, you get lucky if you get like a 10-minute video. What are the emotes for? It is for a future Discord server. So once I hit 1K, that Discord server is going to launch. But I'm going to go ahead and make all of these into a Google Photo like pack so that people can go ahead and use them. I'm going to go ahead and actually pull up the old ones I did. But yeah, as you can see with the old ones I did, I need to actually look up Google Photos. Have you, random question, have you ever Googled Google before? I've definitely done that just because I got a little like spaced. But yeah, I'm currently collecting trying to collect every fan art that I've ever gotten made of me and put it into like into like a huge, like I've been storing them different places, but I've just been putting all of them in the same file for now, but or same like folder for now, but yeah. Let's see. Hold on. I'm looking for my old emotes, aren't I? And these are mostly just like a collection of like of stickers that I did because I was bored out of my mind and wanted something different from animation for a little bit. So like last time I used an actual like digital sticker maker. This time I think I don't want the white borders that I had, just because like just because I have like I like the more of having like the traditional pastry borders better now. But yeah, if but yeah, if you guys have like a community tab, feel free to go ahead and share this live stream. I'm not gonna make people do so because it's like it's all up to you what you want to do with your channel, but like how do I want to draw this one? But yeah, I think I'm gonna do these for the eyes. There's gonna be some nuances between that set and the set I'm currently working on, just because like there's some things I want to add. There's some things I want to get rid of. Like I don't necessarily want a middle finger emote in my pack on the server versus like the pack I have. But yeah. And I didn't include sick as an emote last time. But yeah. Just so you guys know, this stream doesn't have a set end time, or I have like a drop dead end time, but I don't have like a this is definitely like there's no guarantees on when this thing will end today, except for the fact that I have to end it by dinner time. End the stream, not anything else. I just got flipped off by a sticker. I like them a lot. Yeah. That's the OG sticker pack. And then this is gonna be the remade. Or more for this one's gonna be more for the channel. And less me just screwing off. Sometimes I do tend to like screw off with my own characters, just like in general. But most of the time, whatever I draw is for the channel. There's just some things I feel like drawing that wouldn't be fit for the channel. Nothing too inappropriate. It's just like one of those like, this is not for the channel, but I'm gonna draw it anyway. Like, I'm not drawing porn by any means. I'm probably like the last person you would ever know for me like drawing like that kind of thing, those kinds of things, but yeah. But yeah. Also, like last time I just reused the same face for everything. And this time I feel like just hand drawing everything every single time. No, let's. No, I'm gonna make it a darker green. I'm not gonna have pastry actually throwing up as an emote because that's gross as crap, but I'll do this for sick. Sorry if there's a little bit of dead air. This is why so like why is your initials for me PO? Because oh, pastry official. Okay. I tend to be my full initials as far as this channel is concerned is RPA. One interesting thing that I just thought about recently is pastry a middle name or a last name? I originally had it set up for pastry to be a last name, but considering how like how the top 10 things or top 10 things mom said how that script was done had pastry done as a middle name, so I decided to go ahead and have pastry the name pastry more as a middle than a last, because like it would make more sense for pastry to be called pastry as a middle than a last name. So yeah, I originally tried to do Rebellious Animations Pastry, but that didn't make sense, so it's Rebellious Pastry Animations. But yeah, I'm gonna redraw this mouth. There's just some things that I tend to think about randomly about this channel that it's just like, okay, that still looks a little too happy. No, that last line needed to be a little flatter. There we go. Nope. No, I'm just gonna do that. Hi, my name is Rebellious. Yeah, most people call me Pastry. I literally did a poll on this, like, last year. Which, it's like, which I'm like, there's no incorrect answers here. I'm just wondering what people call me. Most people call me Pastry. As far as, like, the channel names go. Some people call me Rebellious. No one calls me Animations, though. But that wasn't even an original option. That would have been, like, you would need to write in. Like, I had, like, what do you call me? Rebellious Pastry, or something else that involves Rebellious Pastry. There was a few write-ins, but not that many. But yeah. It'd be interesting if everyone had, like, the same write-in. Then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to redo this survey now. But yeah. There we go. Yeah, Rebellious Pastry, feeling sick. I don't think you guys were expecting this today. I was kind of expecting this today. But yeah, expect the unexpected with this channel. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see what my friend, Exy is doing. Not Hexy, Exy. I haven't gotten a chance to go ahead and, like, voice call him in a good bit. But yeah. Exy. Hopefully he knows that we're on air. Let's see. Hopefully he knows we're on air. He might not answer because we know he knows we're on air. But we're gonna try anyway. But yeah. Okay. So you're not gonna answer me, that's fine. If we weren't on air, I'd be like, hey, why aren't you answering your phone? But yeah. It's interesting how, like, how on YouTube, on Streamlabs, it doesn't highlight anything. But in YouTube, if somebody says Rebellious Pastry, it lights up. and it doesn't matter if it's on my channel or if it's on someone else's. Might experiment here a little bit with messy hair. There we go. And then nope, that's too spiky. I'm gonna do that instead. Or have like most of the hair. But yeah. This is just like your normal, like, gonna throw up emote. No, I think I'm just gonna keep the original hair as is. But yeah, hello, I'm here, I swear, yeah, they're probably, okay, you're talking about Exy, okay, that's fine. But yeah, I've been on plenty of calls with Exy in the past. I've even had him in on air a few times too. But yeah, Exy's a good guy, and I platonically love him. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if another one of my friends went on air. Do you want on my show? At DM. Whoops. I accidentally did an extra M instead of a question mark, but they'll figure it out. But yeah, yeah, figures. Today, it is a Sunday, today. Some people in the earlier time zones might still be in church. But yeah, but if you're in church, don't feel pressure to be here unless unless it's one of those like your parents made you go to church and my stream is literally the only thing that is stopping you from hearing some not so from hearing like homo or transphobia, which hopefully most churches don't do that. But yeah, I'm not gonna say what religion I am on air, but I'm just gonna say what I've seen from like other instances of church. But yeah, but yeah, if you are going to church for the right reason, you probably shouldn't be watching this stream right now if you're currently in church. But if you're not there for the right reason, go right ahead. Watch my stuff while you're in church. I don't care. But yeah. So it's my 150, which means that the the later services should go ahead and like let out currently. Why am I thinking of church? I haven't been to church in a good bit. All I'm gonna say about religion and stuff is I am not a churchgoer. Used to be. But not anymore. But, church definitely has a place. But it is not a place for everybody. So if you ever feel pressured by people because you don't go to church, I can tell you that those people aren't the right people for you. But yeah. Unless it's for your own good, don't let people make you do stuff you don't want to do. You could use me as an excuse of why you can't do something if you want. But as long as it's something that like it isn't just someone isn't just telling you to do it for your own good. But yeah, I've definitely used my channel to get out of things I didn't want to do. But I only tend to do that if I really don't want to do something. Or if it just doesn't seem like it'd be for my best interest. Like, whenever people, okay, hello again, BK Dan. But, but yeah, I've never skipped anything that would be for my own good because of the channel. But if someone's trying to make you do something you don't want to do, but yeah, peer pressure is a real thing. Don't let people try to force you to do something that you don't want to do unless it's something that would be for your own good. But then again, I'm just a cartoon on the internet, and people say don't listen to cartoons on the internet or people on the internet. But yeah. Hello, Wakadi.
Hi.
Sorry, I've just been mostly DMing you during like channel stuff. Like, why is it that whenever I'm thinking of you, it's when I'm on air doing a random work stream? I don't know. But yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Anything interesting going on?
Well, I recently bought this horror game called Ib.
Yeah. I personally don't understand the appeal of horror games. Like, I would much rather not get scared to crap. But yeah.
Yeah, apparently the game has multiple endings.
Interesting. But yeah, I personally like the Donut Batch already knows that I'm not a big fan of horror, but I honestly feel like if I were to go ahead and like watch something even You're Good People had come back. But yeah, had to come back to see how you're doing. Yeah. Shoot. Sorry. The chat. Or like I love you, chat. I literally like interrupted my own self to read the chat and interrupted my conversation I had with you for the chat. But you wait. I have a question about your YouTube though. Are you gonna continue it, or did you completely quit it?
I've been procrastinating.
You should.
I guess I've been focusing more on my TikTok. I should probably upload some of my TikToks to a. Wait, what were you gonna say?
Continue. I can go ahead and tell you what I was gonna say after you're done with what you're gonna say.
Anyway, as I was saying, I should probably upload some of my TikToks to my YouTube.
But yeah, what I was gonna say is TikTok literally makes my blood boil sometimes. Or most of the time. Most of the time, TikTok makes my blood boil.
Same here, but it's the only platform I get any sort of attention on.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I've thought about getting a TikTok, but I don't like what goes on there. Trust me, I've thought about it multiple times. I'm just curious. Do you think most of the batch that is currently on here would actually pay attention to my TikTok if I had one? But the thing is that I don't want to be known to be a TikToker. I want to be known for being a storytime animator. It'd be funny if I got known for being a streamer, though. I wouldn't mind being known as a talk show host. But I definitely don't want to get known as a TikToker. You can understand, right, Waka? Waka?
I want to be known as an artist, but I'm a TikToker who does Dave and Bambi stuff.
Yeah, I personally don't want to be known as a TikToker, honestly. I honestly feel like, no offense to you, Waka, but I feel like TikTokers have an even worse reputation than YouTubers, honestly. Like,
yeah,
in general, as a base. But like, I feel like if Logan Paul didn't exist, then YouTubers probably would have had a better reputation, but like yeah.
Oh, there are other YouTubers that make YouTube and make the reputation of YouTubers bad, like
like who? You cut out.
I didn't cut out. I was just forgetting who I was gonna say.
Oh, I thought you were having audio malfunctions. My bad.
Then I'm having brain malfunctions.
I'm like, I'm not trying to make fun of you yet, but like, you know how things normally go on the pastry channel, I hope. I feel like, okay, I have respect for Clunker's channel, but every time I'm ever on one of Clunker's streams, I'm making fun of him for something. You remember when we were on, right? When we were both on a Clunker stream, right?
My memory is kind of fuzzy.
Hold on, but it was MLK Sunday, I think.
Martin Luther King Sunday?
Yeah. But yeah, we were on stream. It was me, you, and Clunker. Then I hopped off because I wanted to do something else. But yeah, have you been keeping up with Clunker's stuff?
Not really. I've mostly been doing my own thing.
But yeah, most of the time, most of the time I'm on Clunkers. It normally goes somewhere along the lines of me like getting frustrated with the dead air and basically telling him how he shouldn't have as much dead air. That totally sounds like me, right? I'm like, Clunker, you shouldn't be having so much dead air. The show is boring. But you can see what I mean, right? Waka? Right, Waka?
Yeah.
Do people call you Waka, or do they actually call you the full thing?
Mostly Waka.
Yeah. Would you like... Wait, do you have a wrench on my channel?
A what?
Moderator wrench.
Moderator wrench? Hold on, let me check.
You're like, moderator wrench?
Wait, Discord or YouTube? I'm confused now.
YouTube! We're on YouTube, my guy, or my person.
I'm mostly used to being Discord moderators and like, what, 3-4 servers?
Or
most of them being small.
Or milady. Just kidding. Or wait, what are your pronouns these days?
What are my pronouns? She, they.
She, they. Milady. My god. I feel like I'm one of the last people that you would expect me to say that.
I mean, it was like...
Milady. But it somehow works because of just how I word things and how I talk.
I don't think I have a wrench.
You don't. Oh, yeah. Standard moderator. Okay. But yeah, you now have one. Yeah. Wait. Hold on. I'm seeing your profile picture. And, is it okay if our channel knows? I noticed stuff in your profile picture.
Discord or YouTube?
YouTube.
My YouTube profile picture? Sure.
Yeah, I didn't know you were also an Arrow Ace.
I thought I told you that, but I guess not.
Wait, you did. It's just... Okay. Yeah, I just forgot. Yeah. Yeah. I need to go ahead and, stay in contact with you more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I've just been so busy. But yeah.
It's alright.
This channel and having this channel and all, haha, just kidding. Now, something I've been noticing is like Clunker tends to complain about having the channel on the channel.
Well, having the channel, did I hear you that right?
Complaining about the channel on the channel. Complaining about the channel on the channel. You get what I mean. Like the
Yeah.
YouTube is so much work. And I feel like every time he does that, I'm like, of course it is. But I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that without saying it in a joking manner on my channel. But yeah. How's your Alright. Can you please type something in the chat now again? I want to make sure. Let's see. Yeah. Yes. All right. Can you please post your link to your TikTok and YouTube if you feel comfortable?
A link to my TikTok and my YouTube. All right. Hold on. Let me. How do I copy the link? Oh, I spat everywhere. Whoops.
What? What did you do? What did you do?
Are you talking about the window noise that just happened or the spat everywhere quote?
You spat everywhere quote.
I'm not sure. I didn't even mean to do that.
Did you do one of those like had your mouth full of water and I just happened to?
No. I probably should get some water though.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. But yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Are you gonna get up to grab water? Or no? I just want to know if you're getting up so that I can know if I need to fill up more time again.
Not yet. I'm gonna make a community post my YouTube and my TikTok URL.
Okay.
Or I guess TikTok QR code since I.
You could put that URL code in my chat too.
The QR code?
Oh, not the QR code. Man, I thought you meant the URL. Ah. But yeah. Welcome to Pastry and their 101 misspeaks. This is Rebellious Pastry here. Imagine if that's how I did start at every stream. Welcome to Rebellious Pastry and their 101 misspeaks. This is your host, Rebellious Pastry here. No, I'm not gonna braid myself that much for misspeaks. I swear, I can't go one stream without messing up without a word. Without messing up at least a word.
That's a mood.
Yeah. I feel like the people who have been watching my streams probably agree with me the fact that I can't go through an entire stream without misspeaking something. But yeah. Imagine if someone just were to take like a compilation of misspeaks of like a creator and just go ahead and be like misspeak compilation.
I'm sure something like that already exists for someone other than you, but yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you get one too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. Why did you hop off and on? Back on? Or is it just a YouTube or Discord glitch? But yeah.
Yeah, I think Discord glitched.
Man. So like Discord have just been like glitching. Like it likes to go ahead and act as if someone hopped off and then hop directly back on. But yeah. Think you'd ever do live streams? Other than other people's shows?
I've tried doing live streams on Twitch once. I might try to figure out how to change it so that I can live stream on YouTube. Because now that it's on Twitch, I can't really change it to YouTube for some reason.
Which program you using?
I Streamlab, I think.
I also use Streamlabs. But I've always had mine on YouTube. But yeah. I don't have a reason for Twitch pretty much unless I were to want to do a double stream. But that costs money. But yeah.
A friend once told me I was loaded, so I might be able to afford to do a double stream.
Yeah. I'm sure there's ways of like doing it on other softwares for free, but I'm one of those people who I don't like to go ahead and switch softwares much. I just like to learn one and just stick with it unless I can't.
I might switch to the OBS software because that's supposedly easier to work with and with not a paywall.
Please let me know how that goes.
I'm not going to do it yet since I don't really have a proper streaming setup.
I have a proper streaming setup, obviously. We're on air right now, and I'm not running it on a potato, so.
Yeah, the reason I don't really have a proper streaming setup is the basement is getting renovated.
Is your equipment in the basement?
Not right now, but I don't have space to stream in the loft.
Yeah, is it because of background noise?
The renovation?
No, no, not the renovation. The fact that you don't have space to do it in the loft.
That and the fact that my cats would probably mess a lot of stuff up, and the fact that there's just not a lot of room to put my stuff.
Okay. Because if streaming shouldn't, your equipment itself shouldn't take up that much space. Like, what are you streaming with? A 11-foot long mega computer thing? Mega tower computer thing? Oh, man. But yeah. But yeah.
Yeah,
I'd ask you a question, but since we're on air, I don't want to ask it. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna DM it to you. Okay. I asked another friend of mine if they want on a stream. Hold on. I'm gonna just tell him, I asked you if you wanted on my live stream. Okay, if he wants on my live stream, we're gonna have to switch to Duo. Do you still have Duo?
Google Duo?
Google Duo, yes.
And checking my apps in the... I have Google Meet, but I don't know. But I'm not sure if that's the same as Google Duo.
These days, yes. I don't know why they did that. Honestly, I don't know why they did that. But if he says yes, then we're switching over to Duo. Because I asked him first, technically. Do you remember Callista? Or, not Callista, sorry. Dead End. I'm gonna DM ya. But yeah. Do you remember, do you remember them?
It's you haven't sent the message yet on my end. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, I was still typing it out. But yeah. Do you remember them?
I think so.
Dead End's the one with like she used to have very curly hair. Their hair was very long when you knew them. Her hair was very long when you knew her. Remember her? Okay, so like,
if I'm correct, it might have been in a braid for a lot of time. I knew her.
Yeah. So it would be her brother. It would be her brother that would be streaming with today, if he's available. He's really nice, honestly. But yeah. So nothing really interesting been going on? Or nothing that you want to say on air?
Nothing that immediately comes to mind.
Okay. So whenever you hop on a stream show, what is your favorite things to talk about on them? If you could choose what to talk about, what would you choose to talk about?
I'm not sure.
Or have not been on enough shows to know?
Yeah, I've not been on enough shows to know.
You've been on mine and Clunkers. Have you been on anyone else's?
Not really. When I did streaming on Twitch, it was usually gaming.
Yeah, I don't like to do gaming streams because I can't focus on gaming streams, and I don't like to do things. I don't like to do things on my channel that I wouldn't want to watch myself if it was done on another channel. So that is the main reason of why I don't do gaming. I also am not that interested in gaming, and there's also a lot of gaming channels out there, so I wouldn't really stick out that much. But with animation, there's other queer channels out there, and there's also other Airways channels out there. But I haven't really noticed any other agender channels out there that are mainstream. I'm pretty much the only semi well known, or not really that well known. Like I'm the only agender channel I know of. Do you know of any other agender channels?
That I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'm the only one I know of, so. But then again, I tend to pay more attention to animation channels because one, I am an animation channel, and two, the reason why I am an animation channel is because I was a big fan of other animation channels.
Oh yeah, I think I've now come up with a topic to talk about.
Yeah? What?
I was thinking, I was making plans for making a Danganronpa fan game.
Can you please explain what that fandom is?
What Danganronpa is?
Yeah.
Uh, Danganronpa is basically a game where 16 high school students, in my fan game 18 instead of 16. Basically, these high school students get trapped in a high school with a in a murder game with this bear. Uh, Basically, the bear is making everyone kill each other in order to escape.
Oh. So is it like a Hunger Games-ish type thing? But inside a high school? Hello, the animation station. How are you? Sorry, he's one of the closest channel friends I have.
Huh.
But yeah. So is it like a high school version of Hunger Games with a bear? Or is there more to it?
Well, I mean, every like several days or so, Monokuma gives out a motive to kill, which includes like like loved ones, money, whatever, and one person, usually motivated by that motive, kills someone, and then a class trial is held for excuse me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, a class trial is held to figure out who the murderer is, and if the murderer gets caught, they get killed. But if the murderer doesn't get caught, everyone else gets executed.
Better get that murderer then. But yeah. I feel like almost everyone gets killed no matter what, though. Just given by how the game is.
Funny thing, at the end of the game, the mastermind of the killing game usually dies through their own rules.
Like a suicide or something?
Yeah, kinda.
Hold on, I'm getting DM'd. Okay. Um, yeah, sorry. I don't normally get distracted by DMs because if I'm on a show, I'd be like, you better not DM me. But since this isn't um, like a set show, since guess who's getting their wisdom teeth taken out this week?
Ooh, ouch.
I am. And if I hadn't have canceled my show, my official show this week, then guess what would have happened? I would have had to stream like the day after I got my wisdom teeth taken out.
Ooh.
Because my show slots are on Wednesdays and when I'm getting my wisdom teeth out is this Tuesday. So
Why is my nose?
So yeah. Have you gotten yours taken out yet?
No, but they're growing in.
Yeah. I'm gonna get mine taken out sooner than later. Because if you get them taken out later, then there's a higher risk of getting a dry socket.
Ooh.
Which, if you're planning on to go ahead and get your wisdom teeth taken out, you shouldn't go ahead and yeah, but yeah, just so you know, my Dead End's brother will not be joining us today. He just needs to he needs to chill out instead of do a show, which is what I'm going to be doing on Wednesday. Like imagine if like I actually did a show right after my wisdom teeth got taken out.
That would be painful.
Yeah. I feel like with that show, I feel like the guest would have had to carry me on this during this stream. Which I don't like having my guest carry my stream for me, because I should be the one that is filling up, at least, unless said beforehand. I like if we just do a random stream, I should be the one to at least fill up 60% of the dead air. But yeah, abouts. I'm not like exact, but like you know what I mean. Hold on, Tess. Were you supposed to stream today? Because I think
Me?
No, Tass, the animation station.
Oh.
Sorry. But yeah. But yeah. So, yeah. I forgot. Are you still a gamer or no?
A gamer? Yeah, I do game a lot.
I dropped being a gamer. I dropped being a gamer for animation. But you understand why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Animation takes forever. No, not even 4, about 5 or 6 evers. 7 evers. Infinite ever. Infinite ever. I just created a new word. You're welcome. Infinite ever.
What's happening?
So yeah. It takes infinite ever to make animations, so yeah. But yeah. But yeah, so Waka, what have you been do you have any big channel announcements?
Any big channel announcements? Not necessarily.
Or anything you do? Wait, so is TikTok considered like a channel or no? Like with YouTube, it's a channel. Is it considered a channel or is it just considered an account?
Well, I mean, it's kind of an account, or it's kind of a channel, I meant to say. Like, you post videos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They're
but
just
it just it doesn't have the same like energy of a channel. I personally feel like. But yeah. Whoops. I need to go ahead and fill in the back hair layer, not in the front hair layer.
wrong layer.
Yeah. Have you done that on air before?
Uh, I don't think I've ever streamed my drawing in like a good while, but I have drawn on the wrong layer before.
I've done it on air before, too.
I once lost an entire drawing's worth of line art because I forgot to undo selection before I merged layers.
I don't even know how to merge layers on Fire Alpaca.
I use Ibis Paint.
Yeah. I haven't I know I should go ahead and I know I should go ahead and probably switch to something more professional than Fire Alpaca, but I honestly don't feel like doing so yet because I am used to Fire Alpaca.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah. I forgot. Are you an animator? Also, I think I'm just gonna
Not really.
just for the fun of it, I'm just gonna go ahead and temporarily take my viewing window down and see how many watch hours I have. You know what watch hours are, right, Waka?
What are watch hours again?
It's basically like how long people watch your things. Like, but yeah, let's see here. It's a monetization thing. So, I currently have 455 public watch hours. And I would need, in order to go ahead and get, monetization, I'd have to reach 4,000 by the end of the year. So, as soon as I hit 1,000, I'm gonna basically probably do as much streaming as humanly possible. Watch hours is the total amount of time people spend watching your stuff. But yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna go wackus on streaming once I hit 1K. Just to make sure I made it to monetization. And then after I make it to monetization, I would go back down to probably 2 shows a week instead of just 1. But yeah. Watch hours is definitely not easy to go to for animators.
Yeah.
At that point, I'd probably be doing everything on air. Imagine if I just did everything on air. As far as animation goes, I feel like I would go ahead and drain easily or more easily, just get mentally drained if I were to just do everything on air. But yeah. Or I would just get to the point of I'm not caring about what I do on air versus off. But yeah. Yeah. And I would probably have to have a huge ass water bottle next to me. to drink water throughout the show and like end up just getting multiple people on. I'd probably get multiple, or like I'd at least go ahead and have like one person on that isn't me at all times. And I'd let the people leave whenever they feel the need. And if they need to leave, then they can leave. It would be like a set show slot. I'd just be like, yo, you want on there? Sure. Do you have a rule sheet? Sure. You can get on air if you have a rule sheet. But yeah. So, wait. I think you have a rule sheet, right?
For my streams?
No, do you have a copy of my rule sheet?
Not that I can remember.
Okay, yeah. You're not breaking anything so far, so I personally like to have like my rules and expectations all on one sheet, so that if someone were to go ahead and do something I don't like on air, that would be on them at that point. There's no really like, you didn't tell me about it. Yeah. You get what I mean.
Yeah.
I just find it easier to like have everything laid out as far as like, what can I do? Like, and whenever I'm on anyone else's show, I tend to ask them, hey, what are your rules? So I don't accidentally break something. Alright. There's the, most of these should be common sense, but, yeah, please don't read them out loud on air, though. Thanks. But yeah, nothing you really need to be concerned about. It's just something to just keep in mind. But yeah. So, think you'd ever do drawing streams again?
Maybe.
What's stopping ya? Oh, right, the setup.
I mean, I can also...
I'm like, what's stopping ya? If you want to do it, what's stopping ya? And then I'm like, oh, right, the setup.
I mean, I could also screen share from my iPad, which I usually do most of my drawing on.
Yeah. That would work, but you would have to do something that wasn't YouTube, unless you have 1,000 subscribers. What's your sub count? Hold on, let me check.
My sub count?
Yeah. I think
557.
Oh yeah, I've beaten you again. I remember when I was ahead and then you sprot up, then you're like literally like shot up, and then you ended up quitting, not like quitting, but you ended up like not doing much on it for a while, and now
Went on hiatus.
And now I have beaten you in count again. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is your parent needing something from you?
What?
Sorry, I thought someone was yelling at you from your end. Just judging by background. But yeah. My bad.
No one's yelling for me.
Alright.
I
But yeah, what were you saying about the fan game? Sorry, I got, like, drifted off into the abyss of random ass conversation about YouTube and life.
Anyway, the fan game. Basically, the fan game is like a crossover between Danganronpa and Pokemon.
Interesting.
Yeah. Rather than ultimate talents like normal Danganronpa characters have, they're assigned Pokemon types. And of course, the protagonist is a basic bitch, so he gets normal type.
Oh, yeah. Just so you know, I'm so sorry, Donut Bash. I literally forgot to go ahead and screen share again after I didn't screen share. Whoops. Alright, continue. I'm just being an idiot. To be fair, I can be an idiot on my own channel. After all, these people are subs to me, so if
Anyway,
yeah, continue.
Well, we walked away. Are you like,
each of the students has a partner Pokemon with them, and the protagonist, whose name is Genesis, has an Eevee.
Interesting. So what are the Pokemon supposed to be doing? Are they just there, or do they have jobs?
The Pokemon are mostly just pets until the execution of the final Blackened. In which case the Pokemon of everyone who had died gets killed along with the Blackened.
Oh no.
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. So why did they choose to do Pokemon?
And I choose to
as a crossover. Why did they decide to do Pokemon as a crossover? Or is it your fan game?
It's my fan game.
Oh! I thought you were doing a project based off of a fan game. I'm so sorry. Imagine if someone just did a reel of Pastry being an idiot. I feel like that compilation would be over like a day's worth of things. But yeah.
you're not on something here.
Pastry being an idiot on their channel.
Here.
But yeah. Anyways, why did you decide to cross over with Pokemon?
I really like Pokemon for the most part.
But yeah, maybe you should try to incorporate more of Pokemon, and also, I'm not sure how Pokemon is about their copyright, but Nintendo is like, Nintendo is very ruthless with their copyright, very ruthless.
I don't know how to get it. Like, is that what you're asking? Because, like, I'm not really sure.
I mean, the Lost Silver fan game hasn't been copyrighted yet, so I think I'll be fine.
The what fan game?
Lost Silver. Lost Silver is a creepypasta where the Pokemon trainer Gold is just dead.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if Pokepastas can't get copyrighted, then maybe neither can my fan game.
Yeah. But yeah, why did you decide to do, Pokemon, yeah. Think you'd ever do, like, a crossover between, whatever the game you're playing is called and Doki Doki Literature Club?
Danganronpa and Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yeah? That'd be scary as crap. That'd be scary as crap. But I could see how it could be done. Think you'd ever do that?
Probably not. I'm not that big on Doki Doki Literature Club. Plus, there are like very few. There are too few characters in Doki Doki Literature Club for a Danganronpa.
Imagine if someone decided to do like a Storytime animation crossover of Danganronpa.
Storytime animation crossover.
Yeah, just like you take a ton of like Storytime animators and just like put them in a Danganronpa game.
Like Jaden Animations gets killed because the Odd Ones Out wants to see his family again.
Where's Ginger Pale? Do you know who Ginger Pale is?
Nope.
Bro, how do you not know who Ginger Pale is?
I mostly watch YouTubers who look at Reddit posts.
I mostly
Mainly
watch
funny Reddit posts. Like stuff from r/crappy design, not stuff from r/mi.
the asshole. Oh man. Am I the asshole is very interesting.
Yeah, I don't watch those types of videos on YouTube.
Oh man.
I mostly just watch videos of of YouTubers looking at funny photos.
But yeah, so like, yeah, Ginger Pale is another, Storytime animator that got really big. But yeah, I haven't seen a, video from Ginger Pale in a while. I hope he's doing okay. But yeah. Would I be in your if you did a Storytime animation edition of Danganronpa, would I be in there?
I mean, do you do Storytime animations?
Dude, how do you not know this? Dude. Okay.
Imagine there was a combination of Wokedy being stupid.
Walk. Yeah. Oh, Clunker is streaming right now. Oh, I guess that's what I get for streaming during his slot. I would ask him if he wants a double stream, but he literally complained about my rule sheet, so I ain't gonna do a double stream with him if he's gonna complain about my rule sheet. But yeah, like, and you want to know something? Last week when he complained about my rule sheet, I was trying to help him out, being like, "Yo, do you want to go ahead and do a double stream?" And then he's like, "No, because your rule sheet is stupid." I honestly think it's pathetic how I need a rule sheet, but I need a rule sheet, you know? But yeah. Just so you guys know, Metal Clunker is a off the channel friend of mine that can't be trusted on my channel. That's the easiest way I can explain it, okay? Like I've had to give him 3 strikes and a ban before. Because he just kept
Wait,
on.
seriously?
Yeah! Because he kept on breaking things. Breaking, like, channel conduct I had before it was on the sheet. And now I have it on a sheet. Did you read the sheet yet?
Yeah, I read the sheet.
Do you think those are unreasonable?
No!
Yeah. But yeah, I would totally do a double stream right now if he wasn't so unreasonable with my rules. Which I honestly think I can't be trusted with my own channel. Yeah, I'm sometimes on Lorenzo's show, and he doesn't have a rule sheet, and stuff blows up on his channel all the time. My goodness. Like, something, like, on most show episodes, something tends to go wrong on his shows. And I'm like, and sometimes I'm even on there when stuff goes wrong. But yeah, some channels don't have rule sheets. Some channels, or it's more rare for channels to have rule sheets than to not have rule sheets. But I think a rule sheet, or at least a basic rule sheet, should be required to, like, have things very well ran. Like, it doesn't matter how many rules are on that sheet. Just, like, if you just have, like, don't be an asshole on your sheet, then I feel like that's still pretty well ran. What's your thoughts? But then again, I don't have the same guests on every time. Like, I like to have so back when I knew you in real life, did I do the talk show? Or wait, no. You left my IRL obligation before the channel, I think. Was I doing YouTube when you were in my IRL obligation? Was I doing YouTube back then? Or not? No.
I don't know.
My
memory isn't.
Was I a she when you left? Was I a she when you left?
Yes.
Okay, so I was probably still judging by, like, the timestamps I mentally am thinking of. Yeah, I was still in character development when you left. So, now my question for life is, are you more considered an online or an offline friend these days?
An online friend.
Yeah. I feel like you in general just give me very online friendish vibes. No offense. But
None taken.
you tend to give me a lot of, like, online friendish vibes. That's my rule, is don't be a jerk. Yeah. You also say no politics, which I never really specifically say no politics, because I haven't had anything happen to make it so that we didn't have to have, like, and, like, I've never had, like, an incident where I had to put no politics on there, which I'm hoping to never have to put it on there. But then again, Rule 20 is a catch-all, so yeah.
When did I say no politics? Where's my rule sheet?
I never said no politics on my sheet. I've never said no politics, but I don't. But there hasn't been a reason for me to say no politics yet. So, and then 20. Rule 20 is basically like the don't make me make any more rules. But yeah. But honestly, there's been some times where I've had like Rule 20 violations, but I didn't give people strikes for them. Instead, I just put the rule on the sheet. And be like, next time, you might get a strike for this. Okay? That's what I tend to do with Rule 20. Which as I get more rules, that Rule 20 isn't going to be 20 anymore. Like it used to be 19. But yeah. But if you want a really well ran stream show with as least dramatic craziness as possible, I would recommend a sheet.
Yeah.
So that your guests know what they can and can't do. I personally feel more comfortable when people tend to tell me what I can and can't do. So I don't get like in trouble for something I didn't know wasn't okay. But yeah. Okay. One of my online friends is like, I'm pretty bored right now, so I'm gonna go eat some asparagus. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him a link to my stream so he can be less bored. But yeah. Did you say rule 20? 20, you missed a second, or did I miss a second T in 20? Well, that would be fair because I'm Coloradan, and Coloradans sometimes don't say the T in mountain. Or most generally does not say the same T, don't say T in mountain. Only time I really say T in mountain is if I am like, if someone's like, do you say T in mountain? No. No. But yeah. It's interesting how we went from being in-person friends to online friends.
All the stuff.
Most generally, that don't tend to happen. But for us, it did. Like, you probably know me more as my animated avatar than my face. Is that true, Wakadi? Do you know me more for... Do you...
Maybe.
Yeah. Another Fred on air. But yeah. My goodness. But yeah. Do you think we would have ever met online? Yeah.
Not sure.
Do you think we would have met online if we hadn't have met in person first?
For some reason, I doubt it.
Same here. Um. So yeah. How many online friends do you have?
Uh, several,
That's good.
mostly from like a few different groups. There's like there's one group in a private roleplay server we have called Sip City. There's one group I made in VR chat, which we mostly talk about Dave and Bambi stuff.
So you would
And then
say, yeah, continue.
and then there's you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, what gonna say?
Oh yeah. So would you say that you're more a part of that fan base, or would you say that you have more of your own fan base? Um. But yeah. But yeah. Um. I also jump around between different groups. which um which um a group I'm in now is like a forever growing one because the person who is in charge just keeps on meeting new people. I used to be that person. Not as much anymore due to IRL stuff. But yeah. Um so so did you drop animation or no? Waka?
I mean,
Hello?
I dropped animation for more serious. I dropped more serious animation, but I sometimes do like small few frame animations for like uh, jokes and stuff.
Um but yeah. How's your IRL obligation treating you?
My IRL obligation.
All right. So I personally don't like to say like if I have school or work, so I tend to put it all in one category called IRL obligation. Um I don't like to say if I'm at school or if I'm at work or where I currently am. But yeah. Um you get what I mean, right?
Yeah. It's been kind of bland.
That's understandable. But yeah.
Oh, oh wait, I just remembered that my sister got a new puppy,
Oh. What is the puppy's name?
Mabel.
Mabel, and what kind of puppy is it?
A golden retriever.
Hmm. But yeah. But yeah. Um how many followers do you have on TikTok?
On TikTok, uh, about 2,000 followers.
Wow. What is monetization in it on TikTok?
Monetization on TikTok?
Yeah.
Well, it's mainly known as the Creator Fund, but I don't do this for money. So,
Yeah. Most people don't. Unless, like, I feel like in general it's kind of hard to go ahead and find someone who isn't doing it for the money in general. Um, but yeah, like, I would like to have money. I'd like to have money from something that takes me forever, but if I don't end up making money, then I'll make it through other means. But yeah.
I also heard that the Creator Fund program is not great. So I might try to make money through other means. Like once I get my own credit card, I might start up a Patreon.
Yeah. Dude, so does your base like engage with you a lot or no? Like, dude, are they very engaging to you or no? Like, do they engage a lot with you or no? Or are they just there watching your stuff and not really talking to you much?
The
Like, do they comment?
Only a handful of them comment. Usually on, and it's usually on stuff and it's usually on very niche stuff, like the very niche Dave and Bambi stuff.
Yeah, I honestly would say that you're more of a that you seem more of a you seem like you are more of a part of a fan base than actually having your own fan base, if you know what I mean. You seem
Yeah.
like you're more a part of one than you being having one. No offense. But as far as I am, um oh man, I just decided to randomly check my I decided to just randomly check the, you know how like there's some comments that are held for review. I decided to check it. And there's this random comment saying on my top 10 things dads say video. It's like a held for review, and it's like a, you have a dad. I'm gonna go ahead and like respond to it. Take a little break from drawing and respond to it. Oh man. Comments sometimes. Wait. Cancel. I want to approve this. Yes, let's approve this. And then I'm gonna reply to this too. Wait, it's on top 10 things dads say, not let's see here. I'm gonna see how my gender journey have done in videos compared to everything else I've done. 2 of 10. Okay, the only thing that's been scoring higher than my gender journey is top 10 things dads say, which my dad ended up sharing that video with a ton of people, so yeah. I'm gonna say yep, but dads are not required. Because there's some families with 2 moms. I'm like, yep, but dads aren't required. But yeah, I have a dad that I love very much, but not everyone needs it. Not every family needs a dad. There's some. Hey, heck with it. Not every family has a mom. As long as you have two parents, I feel like you are gonna do pretty well in a family. It don't matter what gender your parents are, or if they even have a gender. Sorry, had to stretch. But yeah. We've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes so far. But yeah. I like this so much. Okay, yeah, but would you be fine if I ended it here?
Yeah,
All right.
that's all right with me.
Do you have any closing channel announcements?
Check out my TikTok. Check out my TikTok at Wokity.
Oh, it's Wokity, not Wakity. Why didn't you tell me that I was mispronouncing your name this entire time?
Well, it's more common than you'd think. I just kind of got used to it.
But yeah, and then is that it for your closing announcements? But yeah, mine is I'm going to be doing like my pastry pride map. Again, which please sign up for a part if you Wakity. If you want to go ahead and sign up for a pastry pride map part, you may. But yeah. And then I'm gonna go ahead and my channel. Pastry pride map. Don't know why I saved it to watch later, but I did. And yeah. Do you have an outro?
I not really. Raggle Fraggle. That's more something that my friend would say.
Alright, yeah, I have mine. But yeah, I platonically love you, my donut batch, and see you in the future to come.